Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we're talking about stock market investing, and it's just not any old investing. We're talking about future investing in specifically electric vehicles, electric vehicle battery suppliers, and new technology. And that's why you want to get in early and grow with the technology and with electric vehicle supplies and whoever makes the minerals. All of that comes into play, but I'll be talking about recycling today. There's recycling companies and several other EV related companies and reasons why you want to invest. So please stay tuned and welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, please share the videos because you never know who you're going to be able to help. And also, down below the video in the description area, please find those free stocks from Robinhood, Webull, Moo. All you have to do is download the app, and then if you deposit, you receive even more shares on Moo and Webull. Hopefully that helps you get started. And this also will get you started because we're here on the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page. And therefore, please subscribe to the channel. And there's a join button over here on the right hand side. That's how you become members of the channel. You see a member here. Members receive 1 or 2 videos per month specifically for them under the community tab. They also are able to join me on any live stream that we do on screen and discuss anything they want to. They also have special emojis. They also receive special messages under the community tab. And also things like Black Friday specials were specifically for them, 50% off gear because they're members of the channel. So I just want to give you an idea on what some of the perks are along with special emojis. I might have mentioned a couple of things twice. Now, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. If you missed the live streams, I have to discuss this on the live streams. Here is something that people talk about when they're talking about EV batteries. So today, we're talking about electric vehicles and batteries and what you can do, and with that comes recycling of the materials in these EV batteries. But let's get on with the most game changer of them all. Instead of sitting in a charge point Tesla charger or any other EV Go charger and having to be there, you're down to like 5 or 10% and you're trying to charge, and you might have to be there for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or even an hour. What if somebody said you can only be there in 2 minutes, 3 minutes? That would be a game changer. Well, guess what? There's a company that you see on the screen, Morand in Switzerland. They have something going on with hybrid EV battery that charges in only 72 seconds, 0 to 100. Can you imagine if this actually happens, which is actually happening? 2 minutes, plug your EV in, 2 minutes later, fully charged, you're on your way. It's happening. Swiss startup Morand. The question is, how do you get a stock that could potentially be part of this Morand startup? That's for you to do your own due diligence, ladies and gentlemen, because that company is not on the United States Stock Exchange, right? So now you have something to look forward to, because if you can find them, their stock price will be very, very low, because this is not fully operational with car companies using their product and using the chargers and batteries, the technology needed, because it uses special EV batteries. So Just keep that in mind, though. This is your future. This is November 2022, November 22nd. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. Interestingengineering.com is the website, and then you can search on there for the EV battery and it'll come up. Now, that's just to get you guys understanding when people go, oh, well, who wants to sit around and wait on their EVs to charge up? Well, it's coming, ladies and gentlemen. Just like you can charge a cell phone in less time now than you could 10 years ago. They charge faster now due to the batteries, right? Now, here's a second one. Startup Aiden Energy. They're talking about 3-minute charges. A different system, which again, I'll leave the link down below. It's ETN News. E as in Eric, T as in Tom, N as in Nancy, News. Aiden Energy. 3 minutes. And they are not at the status that the Moran guys are. These guys are in the lab still. This is at a college, all right? Harvard, Office of Technology Development. That's where this is right now, all right? They have seed round closing. But look at this. Primavera Capital Group, Rhapsody Venture Partners, Mass Ventures. I haven't looked into it, but it's your due diligence to go find out, because Primavera Venture, Mass Ventures, whoever invests in these companies, if you can, or an ETF, whoever invests in these, then therefore they get a certain percentage of their fund into Aiden, which means you could get in now cheaper than when this blows up, if this is part of it. Now, just keep in mind, just like with anything, remember we have the C chargers. I'll just stick with the cell phones. Remember, you can charge cell phones with different type of charging systems and connections. The same thing's going to happen with EVs with regard to batteries and chimes. So whoever gets there first or second, that's who people are going to generally go with. Some people will say, well, I'm going to use Apple. Some people are going to say, I'm going to use Android. Same thing. All right. So now we have races that are happening. So now you're understanding you need to find companies that can deal with charging electric vehicles or any other electric scooter, electric bike, any others within minutes. If whoever gets there, that's going to blow up. Right? Now, I'm going to show you one other thing, because I'm getting into the recycling, because this is the #1 thing that people who don't buy EVs, they don't understand. They think these are going in a landfill. They are not, ladies and gentlemen. You can break down lithium-ion batteries and take all their materials from that, all the metals, and get them all and recycle it. So this is why I have to show you a few, because I'm showing you on the screen. This is from June 10th, 2020. I'm just letting you see some names, because they're saying Accurec. Well, see, ACCUREC, they are actually in Germany. So it'd be very hard for you to get exposure or being able to buy their stock. But you know what happens. You have people like a BlackRock and some other of these capital companies that you can buy their shares of stock on the stock market that are buying into these companies. That's right. You should be thinking like a top 10%er and the top 1%ers. They're buying into the future. You should be buying into the future. American Manganese or American Battery Solutions. I'm going to be showing you some of these stocks, but I'm not going to talk about all of these. I just want to bring this up on the screen so you would in your head think, well, wait a minute. They can recycle batteries? Because millions of people do not know this. All right. Yes, they can recycle batteries, and there's companies that have been recycling batteries for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40, 50 years, but they were using like the NiCad batteries and the old batteries, so now they're getting into what else? EV batteries, lithium-ion batteries, of course, and whatever other batteries come out, they're going to figure out a way to recycle those. So I just wanted to show you this, and I want to show you a few other things. Look at this here. Korean battery recycler to be latest addition to Georgia EV sector. Georgia, as in the United States of America, the state of Georgia. That's where they're coming, and this is the company. Sung Il High Tech subsidiary. They're a Korean company. They are not on the stock exchange in America. But here's what they're doing over here in Stevens County in Georgia, 37 million recycling center, recycle lithium ion batteries, just so you guys understand, it's already happening. So EV is not going to be a problem. Now it's just a matter of the race to whoever can make the most efficient batteries that can get you 500, 700, 800, 900 miles per charge. 500 is doable now. It's the race to 1,000 or 900 or 800 and charge in less than 5 minutes. When those two things align and the cost of the batteries come down, that's when this takes off to the sky. Now, I'm going to go with some recyclers to make this short and sweet, because I'm going to be dropping another video on some other portions of the batteries where you can actually make other investments. But here's LiCycle, LiCycle. You do your own research. For everybody here on podcast, it's LiCy. L is in Larry, I is in India, C is in Charles, Y. That's the stock symbol on the New York Stock Exchange. All right. Now, let's keep it moving. Remember I mentioned American battery technology? Look at here, 59 cents. You can only buy it on over-the-counter markets. So whichever brokerage allows you to do over-the-counter. So everybody, like I think Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, I think you could do over-the-counters. I don't know about, I don't think Webull allows you, but I think Robinhood might allow a few. But if this is something that might interest you, go and check it out, because once again, if I'm not mistaken, electric vehicle battery recycling, key players, here's American Battery Solutions, but somehow they're at 59 cents. So that's something to think about. Now, their stock symbol on over-the-counter market is A as in Apple, B as in boy, M as in Mary, L as in Larry. All right? Recycling technology. All right? That's another thing. Now, here goes another one that's outside of the United States. And this is, I call it Amicor, but they are in the over-the-counter markets. Belgium ADR, $8.85, and their over-the-counter market symbol is U as in U, M as in Mary, I as in India, C as in Charles, Y. All right? So that's another materials technology company, and they've been doing business for damn near 30 years, all right? In a different sector, needless to say, right? A different battery segments, materials technology, that's what they're doing. So we're gonna keep moving here real fast, because I wanted to talk about another one, RWT, Redwood Trust. Redwood Trust, go find out. Redwood Trust is on the New York Stock Exchange, RWT. Redwood Trust has their hands into the technology for EV batteries and recycling. So this is a different way that you can get in, because they're using a trust to get in, and they're giving dividends. We love those. 11.96% dividends, almost 12% on your money, ladies and gentlemen. That's to add to it. So check out your Redwood Trust is RWT. R is in Robert, W, T is in Tom, New York Stock Exchange symbol. Now, I'm going to go with something else. KULR, $1.78. It's on the New York Stock Exchange. KULR, Technology Group. This is a little bit different, because there's other partners at play here with Heritage. Heritage is a group. They partnered up with another major group, and KULR is part of the Heritage Group by default. $1.78 is this stock. And by the way, I'll drop a link down below so you guys understand what's going on here, because shares of the leading developer of next generation lithium ion battery safety and thermal management technologies, KULR Technology Group. Over the counter, KULR surged 20%. Now, this isn't now. This was back in June 4th, 2021. Shares were much higher. So you're going to have to do your own due diligence. But here, even after over a year, who has heard of KULR? And they got a permit from the government to transport batteries, special permit. They can transport lithium-ion batteries and metal batteries for recycling, because think about it, transportation, right? Think about it. Company that does space stuff, they need transportation, and you need a permit to transport hazardous materials potentially, right? Not everybody can get that. So KULR has the transportation for lithium-ion batteries and any other metal batteries for recycling to the recycling center. Remember those shovels that you need when you're going to go buy some gold? Those buckets, the shovels, the pans, the picks, all those items. Along the way, I get to sell to those millions of people coming out for the gold rush. Well, the gold rush is here for recycling and EV vehicles. Now, if you can find those partners that have special permits like this, and just buy now, wait for the future to keep going. All right? I just want to keep bringing this up. And then we won't get into how the permit's granted or anything like that. But I'm just letting you guys understand just a little bit. And then I'm just going to leave you with this last one. There's a SNAM. They are out of Italy. They are on the over-the-counter stock market. And so think of Europe. Don't think of just United States. Think of worldwide, right? Just like in China, the biggest recycle place in America that makes batteries. CAT as in Tom L. All right? Think about that. CAT as in Tom L. And now I'm giving you SNAM. So if you want to do stock market investing for beginners, the best advice I can always give is just advice. You got to do your own research. But does it not make sense that if you know where technology is going, why wouldn't you buy in now when it's cheaper before it all rises, like Apple, Android, and all that? If you knew in 2000 that if you felt Microsoft or you felt Apple or you felt Amazon was going to be the future by being online, then you would have, or Tesla, you would have said, let me get that Tesla stock for under $2. Let me get that Tesla stock for $5. Let me get that Apple stock for $3 or $2 or $4. Now you'd be sitting pretty just 20, 15 years later. Same thing is going to happen here. This is going to be a rapid rise because all the car companies are trying to get to a final destination. 1,000 miles per charge, charging in 5 minutes or less. How are we going to recycle all these things? And it's worldwide. So whoever gets there first, they're going to win and get the bulk of the car sales. Then the car sales is just the tip of the iceberg. All the cars, once you get them out on the street, just like there's electric vehicle cars now, when those batteries die or there's a problem where they have to replace those the recycling is going to kick in. When you're selling potentially 20 million, 50 million EV vehicles a year, at the end of 6-7 years, there's going to be issues with battery packs, whatever designs, because it's made by humans. Some of those cars, maybe 10,000, maybe 20,000, maybe 30,000, the batteries are going to be needing to be recycled, not to mention any wrecks. So you know there's going to be between all of them, there's going to be millions of wrecks, millions of electrical issue where the battery pack, half of it works, half of it don't, whatever comes up. So you're going to have millions of vehicles. Those EV packs are going to have to go to the recyclers. And the batteries, the supplier of batteries are going to have to resupply the used or accidents or whatever, and you're going to have to supply the new. So now you know we got to find the battery suppliers, but then we want to go with, is batteries going to be the way? Or is it going to be hydrogen, right? So SNAM, I'm going to let you go study, all right, for that one. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I tried to make it short. I tried to make it sweet, not go too long, but I wanted you to think about the future, because that's what we do here in the SSN Nation. We think about what's going to come. We can put ourselves in position, then we reap the rewards later. All right. And we need less money now, right? Money's going to be worth more in the future. So if you can spend today's money and not have to spend 2 year, 3 years money, when I'll give you an example of what I mean, $100 today I can buy, I'll use that $2 a share, right? So I can buy 50 shares. 2 years from now, not only because of inflation, the $100 buys me less. Now that $2 share is not going to be $2. It's going to be $5. But my point is, now in order to buy the same amount of shares, I have to spend more money. We don't want to spend more money later. We want to spend the money now because money is going to be worth more later. In other words, because of inflation. Now, with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, once again, please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, and that's why we have these discussions. Catch us on the live stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because this is some of the things we talk about. And so I said, you know what, I better start dropping some videos about this, because only a limited amount of people see the live streams, and you don't want to miss that. So please come on back and join us by subscribing, clicking the all notification bell, because you don't want to miss out all these opportunities that are going to become available to you over the next 3 years. That's right. But get in early. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.